Welcome back. I'm playing Warhammer 40,000 Battlesector, and we'll get started on our next multiplayer matchup. Today I'm going to be playing on the Blackstone map, Strategic Command, 2,000 points. Finally going to be playing around with some of the new Adepta Sororitas patched updates here. So obviously I'm going to be playing as the Sisters, and we're going to be going against the Tau. 2,000 points, 80 point target, 8 turn limit. Now this player is pretty good. I think I played against him before. So we'll see what we can do. Hopefully I won't embarrass myself too bad with these new sisters, but I think they should actually be pretty viable. I think my strategy will be just trying to capture points and trying to out-survive them. So I've got the Canoness with the Blessed Blade. I had some extra points, so I gave her the Plasma Pistol. I have 2 Hospitallers to try to buff my guys and get some healing in. I think these Sanker Saints should do good at holding points. I have 1 Sisters of Repentia, 2 Penitent Engines, 4 Seraphim with the Infernal Pistol, and then I'm going with the Battle Sister Spam, and then 2 Rhino Transports. Now my thought is hopefully I can pop enough smoke that I can get myself to survive here. I'll survive the ranged attacks. Because the Tau are definitely a faction that I think are going to be really good against the Sisters. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to be able to capture that point on the first turn, so let's get you up here, move them up there, and then I'll use them to just hold the point. Start getting you guys over here to help run that way. And I guess we'll just load some Sisters up over here. And then I've been making some changes to the settings on the recording software. So if you guys are noticing any change, like if you think the video quality's better, let me know. Because sometimes YouTube kind of changes what it looks like once I upload it. And then for whatever reason, the rendering software kind of makes it kind of goofy. So if you guys think it's better, then I'll keep doing this. I mean, it's quite a bit larger file size, but I think it's working out a little bit better, less pixelated and grainy. I don't know why the quality drops so much on the editing process. Alright, and we'll kind of move these guys over here. He's already got some stealth suits. So I think if I just bring these guys over here, I could pop some smoke. Let's do something like that. And I can bring the Sisters of Battle up here. And then decent chance to hit, so maybe we just use the Blessed Ammo, and then we can follow it up with a Crack Grenade the following turn. Yeah, so they actually do decent damage now. Maybe what I'll do is bring the Seraphim over this way, and then we'll keep the Sanker Saints over here. It's kind of an expensive way of holding a point down, but I think they should be a good anchor point. I think those guys have fusion blasters, so I got to keep the Penitent Engine away from them. I did see some Auspex movement over here, so I know he's got somebody. I'd like to get these guys closer. Maybe I just keep these Sanker Saints over here to hold the point. And we'll keep you behind the obelisk to try to get some cover. Now we've got this situation over here. Bring you up all the way. I can pop smoke. Now, ideally, I would probably want to pop smoke to cover, but then if he takes a spot, I don't want to be shooting into smoke. So maybe I just actually... Alright, what do we got? Pathfinders, Cadre. Oh, he's actually got a Hammerhead. I don't see a lot of people use that, and he's got the Railgun loadout. He's got more Pathfinders, Breachers to stop me from getting into melee, another Cadre. That's actually going to be a problem, so I probably need to unload my transports, because he can just get a 100% chance to hit with his Hammerheads. And then he should just be able to easily follow that up with his Pathfinders, and that should easily allow him to blow up my rhinos. So that's actually probably going to be a problem. I don't know who his commander is. I wonder if I shouldn't just unload everybody. I can buff my guys here.
Go forth. You are his will made flesh.
I mean, again, I gotta make sure he doesn't 100% take out my canoness here. I'm gonna need her to do some heavy lifting for me.
We are his shields indomitable.
Alright, let's get you over here. Yeah. This is not going to be great. And I popped the smoke a little bit too over. I should have shifted it so then I could have had these guys hiding over on that corner here. And not have guys all locked up here. And I don't know why it won't let me unload my transport over here on the corner, because that does
transport awaiting command.
Still have movement capabilities, so that's kind of weird. Interestingly, I don't really see a commander. No, he must have a commander because I see the buffs going on those units over there.
Understood. They shall never walk in the Emperor's light.
Yeah, so he does have a commander. I'd be shocked if he didn't. They're just so good. So big things, I just gotta make sure I don't have my guys so blobbed together they jumps down and flames me. Alright, so we have captured 3 to 2 of the command points. He's buffing his guys. Alright. Decent. Alright, he's using the hammerhead. Looks like he finished him off. So I lost a Seraphim squad. Shit. That's probably gonna kill her. Yeah. Oh, we got another Pathfinder over here. And then what's happening is he's overcharging them. And that allows them to have some splash damage, which they normally don't, and it also increases the amount of damage they do. Okay, what's over here? I can't see. Camera's going stupid on me. Alright, so he's got a piranha over there, actually. Yeah, there goes his hammerhead. And is he gonna take back that location? Or can he not reach it? Hammerhead's moving around. Pathfinders are moving. They're running away from me, but I guess if he can lock down this area, why not? Alright, and so with the overcharge, just as it increases that damage in the armor piercing, it also puts you at risk for suffering 40 damage. I think you have a 40% chance to take 40 damage per model, so that's a significant amount of damage that they could potentially take. I think what I'm going to do is just run the hospitaller up here. I can heal, and then I'm also giving him a double attack. And then they also get 10% extra movement. Now, I don't know if he has any other forces over here, so I'm going to move you behind him. But if he doesn't have anybody over here, that's going to be a bad movement, because now that's going to be 2 squares that I've got to pass through. Oh, I missed the attack, so now I didn't get the kill. Well, let's set up some Overwatch here. And that'll stop him from being able to capture that point. Alright, those breachers did move up. Maybe we'll move you up to here. I can move you to the air. And then we'll move you up one. And then you can come up to here. And you can flame the breachers, and that should get the kill. So at least you made yourself do a little something helpful before you got killed. All this stupid little objects in the way here are blocking my movement. I can move you to here. We can do blessed ammo. Maybe we're not going to get the kill at this rate. I was thinking you were going to do more damage than that. Oh, you almost got the kill. Maybe what I'll do is bring the rhino up, and you can shoot into here. Nice. And now I still have the Seraphim here. You will not be able to get the kill there. I could run you over there, but he's got Overwatch set up. I guess what I'll do is move you down. And then I can have you just set up some Overwatch. If he captures that point. I still got you guys kind of hiding, running scared over here. Let's just start advancing you. Yeah, so he's got the breachers over here. Have you hide behind the obelisk. That should keep you safe from the hammerhead. And it should also give you enough movement to have you get over there and flame the position if he ends up body blocking. And then for you, I could just run you up here to try to get some inferno shots. And then hopefully you'll be in some partial cover to stop them from attacking you. Well, I guess it looks like they could actually move up and hit you pretty hard. So that might have been a mistake. I think I just need to commit.
What is your will?
And maybe we just run you down here.
Yes. As you command.
Because we're going to have to start pushing the center. Because I am definitely going to lose this left side here. I suspect he's going to jump into here with his commander next turn. And just start flaming all my guys down. And then I won't have the resources to be able, or the damage output to be able to kill him. Well, I guess we'll turn you like this, although I don't really like giving him access to a double flame. But if I were him, I'd want to take out the Seraphim and the Penitent Engine. Although, well, that's not true, actually. There's two dangerous units there, the Sister Repentia and the Seraphim. So I guess I would rather take out the Repentia.
I walk in his zone.
Yeah, so you're too far away. So I can move you to there.
With faith. Come near me, and the skies are our domain.
Alright, well, we're slowly pulling ahead with our score. That damn cadre is just hiding back there and buffing everybody, though. So there he used his photon grenade, so that lowers the evasion and ranged accuracy. Yeah, and so he's focusing down. There's his overcharge. Good, still alive. And that'll blow up. Now, thankfully, they have the damage mitigation going. And he's just buffing up my armor more and more with every attack he's shooting into me. Well, there goes the Seraphim. Yeah, now he's gonna flame my Repentia, right? Yep, that's the right decision. And gonna finish him off. Yep, Cadre's gonna finish him off.
Rejoice, they died in his service.
Alright, here's that guy.
We are lifted by the blood of martyrs.
Yep, and they just shot my pendant engine down. I think what I would have recommended is with that Piranha to try to do the evasion. I mean, yes, that would have killed him, but then it would have blown up in my face and done damage to my Seraphim. Because since he missed that attack, I'm just going to be able to kill him anyways. I can run you up here, and then you'll get the kill. But honestly, if I'm trying to get the Seraphim out of here, I think I'll just pull you back, shoot into here. Oh, it's down. And we'll start running you on the stairs. And then maybe we just keep the Sisters of Battle here to body block. Now I've got enough command points to start increasing my movement. Let's move you over one. So let's do that. That should buff all these guys. Now, it was nerfed since it reduced the cost of that ability by 50%. It used to be 2 command points. Now it's only 1. So it only gives you 1 movement now. I mean, I don't really like using these guys as range attackers, but it also increases the crit chance, so I think that's probably a better option for us. I can pop smoke here, and that should help increase my evasion, especially if I'm going to be driving through breacher shots. Oh, interesting. So he actually limited the breachers, thinking I was going to come and assassinate his cadre, probably, is what his thought process was. Well, maybe I just bring you guys down to here, and then I'll just have to decide, am I going to come up and try to kill, or try to capture this point, or keep you in the back, and then just be able to attack. Now, the other thing I'd like to do is have you over here. So I can flame any guys that are capturing you. And then unfortunately, the one downside to giving you this plasma pistol is your range is quite a bit lower. Well, I think I gotta try to kill these Pathfinders. Alright, good.
Your command? Understood.
And shoot. Good. And we'll pull you back. And then I can attack there, which I think is probably reasonable. Alright, killed one model. I can move you back to here. However, I also do like the thought of you hiding in the smoke. Now, I don't think the plasma pistol really has any splash. I could move you to here. I think there's risk of the railgun shooting into you. So maybe we just put you into here and have you flame. Only problem is with that rhino there, I can't tell if it's... Alright, that looks like it's got everything. So let's just face you that way. We'll keep you back to here. I mean, the big thing is I just don't want those breachers to be running down and attacking me. Maybe I just keep her behind the obelisk. Although with that movement, it's going to leave me in a vulnerable position.
I walk in his light.
But again, unfortunately with this force selection here, he definitely has the potential to do a lot of damage to me.
Our shield shall protect the worthy. We are the sisters of battle.
Alright, well this isn't too bad. I guess I should try to force their attacks here by keeping the Sisters of Battle on this position. Yeah, I should totally be able to wipe out my forces on this left side. But we're pulling ahead with the points, and that's the thing that we are kind of going for.
We're taking fire.
So there's our flame. He's gonna flame here. Okay. Oh, he had a breacher squad over there. I did not see that. Alright, they're attacking.
I see movement in the distance.
I hear buffs. There's the hammerhead. I assume he's gonna shoot. Yep. And then these guys are probably all gonna shoot into the rhino. Yeah, even that blessed armor won't be enough. And I think you actually have to get hit by an attack to get the blessed blades, not just attacks. Alright, well, good. Flame. Got the kill. Oh, that means he's dead. Alright. Now the Canonist is getting momentum because any unit that kills around here gets momentum. I think it's within 4 squares. Before, how it would work is if she died... Oh, he summoned in a crisis suit. But that's what we have these guys here for. Gonna use missiles, I assume?
Suffer not the
Because they usually start out with their burst cannons. Yeah, missiles. That's the right decision.
I am his iron will.
Alright, well, damn, it's gonna be 2 more turns for me to be able to walk all the way over there. I could try to kill the cadre,
Yes.
which is his commander. I could also just have you come over here and start smacking them.
For eternity.
Well, what do I want to do here?
We are the sisters of battle.
I actually wonder if I shouldn't bring the hospital back here, heal the Sisters of Battle, and that will make him have wasted his crisis suit
Go forth.
summon, because they should just be able to body block this and be a real pain in the ass.
By his will.
So let's crack grenade these guys.
By his will.
Alright, and then I've got you, which I can run you over to here. Immune to grazes. I don't know if 3 attacks are necessarily going to be enough to kill the cadre. So I think I should just try to chop down these breachers. Okay, good. That gets you to 4. So you're still a little short. If I bring you up to here, you should be able to start meleeing these breacher squads down and giving them a zone of control. So the Canonist should pretty easily be able to get some kills next time. Now, while I can move her, I could also attack here. But actually, can I... Yes, I can fly over to here. So let's just fly and capture this point. That's more important than attacking, because I'm getting close to being tabled here with our pretty significant force disadvantage. And then maybe, even though I have 2 movement, they have so much range, it probably makes more sense just to keep you in the smoke to get your evasion up farther. Because right now it's about 20.
As he wills it, so it shall be. Immediately.
And then these Seraphim start running this way, and then the following turn they can fly if I need them to. That gets me up to 70 points. So as long as I can hold 2 points, I should win this turn. Crisis suits are jumping away.
Suffer not the heretic.
Alright, they're attacking the Sanker Saints. He's trying to kill the Canonist, appropriately so, but thankfully the evasion is working to my advantage. That stupid damn cadre is still attacking me. He's overcharging again. Alright, well. Yeah, he's just stacking up your Shield of Faith here. Oh, he did get the kill, but he's feeding momentum to the Canonist.
I see movement in the distance.
Alright, so you're up to 65 momentum. You're here. You're up to 3. If I move you to up here, that point is open now.
With haste. Where to next?
Alright, let's see here. I can do movement. Actually, I can probably move the Seraphim up to here. And then get the movement on all these guys here. And then I can come up 1. I can move you back 1. I can get you an extra action point. And then I can move you over to here and have you start attacking the breachers. Because if I kill one more model, I should be able to do the extra attack. This will also give me more movement. So maybe I actually do that. Now I should have 3 attacks. 1, 2, 3. Yep. And now I have more than 5 stacks. If I move up to here, that will use up my movement. I have 2 armor stacks. I'm also getting bonus momentum. So let's see, does that work on that ability? Oh, I guess I don't know because it capped it at 19. But now I can attack again. I got that here. And now I can move you up to here. You can just kill this breacher and drop him so he doesn't put any photon grenades or anything on me. You can hold this point. Yeah, you're unlikely to get any kills. So let's empower this. That should get me an extra action point and 40% extra damage for 2 turns. So let's do that. And now I still have an extra action point, so then I can nerf the hammerhead. You're up here. Let's just do that to try to make you tankier. And then because those crisis suits jumped away, they won't be able to capture this point. So I guess let's just do blessed ammo and shoot into here.
I am his iron will. We serve. Who needs my aid?
Alright, that should be victory. Yep. Actually way over what I need for victory, so that worked out pretty well for us. So pretty overwhelming victory. I think if we would have had the 100 points, I would have definitely struggled because he would have been able to start finishing off my guys here. But as you can see, the sisters definitely feel way better than they used to. I actually kind of liked how they were the old way, but I definitely like the way they've reworked them, because the sisters were good before, but they were so situational, so you had to almost have some RNG when you were playing against your opponents to be like, kill some of these guys but not other ones, so I can build up enough command points to be able to use my abilities. I mean, a little bit of movement is nice. I definitely see why they changed it down to just 1 movement instead of 2. It's also kind of interesting with her, the Canoness's command ability. You really have to play around with her abilities to get the most out of it. So it's like if you're going to get an extra attack, then getting the 3 attacks is reasonable, but then you're also wasting attacks if you're overkilling, because I think then you're getting splash. I don't know if it reorients to giving you max damage once you kill the model, or if it's just you're slicing the air with your most dangerous or most damaging attack and then just getting the splash onto those other units, which is what I think is happening, which is really unfortunate. Now, if you're fighting, you know, a vehicle or something that it doesn't matter that it's not going to die, then obviously those 3 full attacks is pretty decent, especially if you follow it up with a bonus action and then you start stacking some of those other buffs. I'm unsure if the momentum buffs will be buffed by that ability, because it said I'd get plus 20% momentum gains, but that makes it even easier to get you to closer to surging. And then if you use up those armor, you can really get a lot of different stacks going. And then, you know, if you use that rising ability, that'll get you plus 40% damage for 2 turns, plus an action point, so you can either attack again, or you can then end up using the debuff like what I did there to get rid of the action point of that hammerhead. So the Canoness definitely is a real pain in the ass now, and you definitely want to focus fire her down, because she is just going to wreck your shit if you let her run wild on the battlefield here. And now with her ability kind of reworking, it doesn't matter if you kill her right away, because it won't be doubling the momentum gains of every other unit on the field, because in the past you'd have to decide, oh, do I really want to kill her, or at the expense of buffing everybody else or not. Now the nice thing is she's really meant to be a fighter debuffer now, whereas before you had to also decide, do you want to use up one of the action points to give the 10% damage reduction plus 10% bonus health, but now you don't even have to think about that anymore with her, because that just falls onto your hospitaliter. Now, I do wish the hospitalers had the option for you to buy the plasma pistols for them instead of the bolt pistols, so they could actually do a little bit of damage. Because even with the 3 abilities, they're still gonna they have 2 abilities every turn, and that bolt pistol just can't do enough to make them really viable. So you still feels kind of bad wasting a turn. So I really wish they would have just given them the access to the bolt pistol. or the plasma pistol, and you just spend the 15 points there. Because I'd much rather spend 15 points to give a hospital there a plasma pistol to be able to do a little bit of damage, and then have the canoness keep with her little hand crossbow thing, because it actually has more range, and then it had some armor piercing abilities increased, so it's actually a little more of a viable weapon at range to help you snipe off weakened units. So I think that would have been a much better way, and hopefully they'll add that in, but I doubt they're going to. I have yet to see them add weapons to a unit that didn't have them before, but I would think it wouldn't be difficult to code it, so I would certainly hope that they would do that. It definitely feels good that they reduced the cost of the weapons, so now you can get them the better weapons much easier. The Sisters of Battle are definitely a viable option now. I was always really down on them for most matchups, but now I think they're going to be... I think I'm probably going to bring them against almost every faction, because it's like that blessed ammo allows them to do decent damage against low-tier infantry. You also have frag grenades if you need to just take out swarms, and then you have the crack grenade once they start to get taken out. So there's a lot of potential there that I think is going to make them very good. I'm not sure about the Repentia now with all this. It's like, I think they're still going to be good. I haven't really got to play around with their abilities since that's been reworked. It definitely lowers their potential when you're unloading them from the transport, because you don't get to use that increased damage buff back to back. Is my understanding that new ability just allows them to do a charge attack with some bonus damage per movement spent, and I think it only counts on that one attack. It doesn't carry over. Now what I don't know is, does that trigger an automatic counterattack like their other ability did? So we'll definitely have to play around with that when I do my unit reviews to get some better experience here. To get some better thoughts. The Synchro Saints are great. They definitely feel like a good tank now, especially when low-tier infantry are attacking them. You're stacking up those armor stacks to make them just really, really buff. And then they're not so dangerous and damaged that they feel like they're getting overpowered, which is really nice. So I am really liking these changes. The other option is, now that the Sisters of Battle are so viable, I still think I would want to have the Seraphim with their Inferno pistols to help me get more movement, but honestly, I don't know if I really had the Seraphim pay for themselves in terms of kills here, and in terms of damage output, it probably would have been better to have more Sisters of Battle on the map than the Seraphim, but then they did allow me to capture some points much easier, so I still think that was a reasonable option. But I really like these changes. I think they're definitely making for some viable, interesting builds. I think what I want to do is try to build a light tier army out, so maybe on my next matchup I'll do something like that to play around with it and see how like almost an exclusive low tier infantry feels to how they play, because I don't usually use the Arcoflagellants, but maybe what I'll do is just kind of spam them in the Sisters of Battle and see how that feels, because they actually have pretty decent armor penetrating attacks. And perhaps if I use their increased movement and also give them the tier 1 ability to increase their crit chance by 20%, that might make them more viable too. So I definitely am looking forward to playing around more with these sisters. I'm quite impressed with how they are right now. So definitely thumbs up to Slytherin on this release. I was a little bit down on the Imperial Guard, but they made some real good changes to them. And now they seem to be making really good changes to the Adepta Sororitas, so I'm pretty hopeful for how things are going to be. So thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please give my channel a like and subscribe. Encourage me to post more content for you. Have a great day.